Today we're reviewing the DJI Phantom 3. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel and we'll keep on making them. Now both the Phantom 3 Professional and Advanced models include a camera and gimbal as fully integrated pieces of equipment. The factory gimbal really does a wonderful job of keeping the camera level and steady at all times. The camera has an f2.8 lens that projects a 94-degree field of view. So the fisheye look is gone, but a pleasing wide angle remains, and all imagery is recorded to a micro SD card. The controller is a solid, well-designed piece of equipment. On its face, you'll find the bracket which will hold whatever mobile device you choose, so your screen size can range from standard smartphone all the way up to iPad Maxi. Lightly depressing the on-off button will reveal the amount of power remaining in the controller's rechargeable battery. And on the right side, you'll find the RTH or Return to Home button, which not only initiates return to home, but will also cancel it if necessary. It's very important that you remember that feature. The controller is well cladded with grippy rubber, and the joysticks act like joysticks should. The only downside of the controller is weight, which is easily solved with a lanyard. Although the Phantom 3 may appear like previous generations, it's packing many notable improvements inside. For example, beneath the aircraft you'll find the visual positioning system, which tells the drone exactly where the ground is located without using GPS, which allows flying indoors. But since flying outside is much more fun, that's where we're headed. You're looking at our truck, as seen by our Phantom 3. This is my first time to operate the drone from a moving vehicle. These images are straight off the camera, 1080p, 60p, with no color correction. Show you a couple things here. Here I have my Phantom 3 ready to fly, hopefully. And this is the lanyard I'm using. It's the Space One FPV pilot lanyard. You really need a lanyard when you're flying your drone because you don't want to drop your controller for obvious reasons. And I like this Space One lanyard because quick release. That can be really handy. So we're going to go through our steps of firing up the Phantom. So controller is started. Next up, here comes the Nexus 7, which is my tablet of choice. I really like the 7-inch tablet size. Seems to work well for this application. You can see the controller is pretty well balanced. So my first step, I've got the controller on. Next I'm going to fire up the DJI Pilot app. And finally, we're going to put our intelligent flight battery in the Phantom. Need to make sure that this battery clicks all the way into place, because you can push it in and get a power charge without it being firmly locked into place. And if that happens, your battery might fall out when it's 300 feet in the sky. And that could be really dangerous, could destroy your drone, could hurt people. So, battery's good and locked in. Next, I'm gonna fire up the Phantom. Welcome to your aircraft. All right, so we're gonna do the auto takeoff. The swipe of the finger. The Phantom 3's GPS and visual positioning system work together to keep the aircraft remarkably stable. And the camera captures wonderful color. It has a surprising dynamic range, and even in 1080p captures excellent amount of detail. The more powerful motors and more robust props have produced a drone that is simply easier to fly.
Hey guys, the Pilot app is really wonderful. Being able to now with Lightbridge see what the camera is seeing in 720p right here on your mobile device is truly a game changer. It's incredibly powerful and really gives you so much confidence when you're flying. I'm gonna take it up a little higher. One thing I've noticed, you can manually set the shutter speed and ISO and so forth here, and that's great, but you need to make sure that your settings are correct. In other words, if you're not careful, you might accidentally have it in full manual mode, and you might take off with a shutter speed that is too high, or for that matter, too low. Flying the Phantom 3 is truly a night and day difference over, well, a first generation Phantom. It's kind of like playing a video game, you know? So easy to control, so smooth, and having the full 720p feedback right here on your controller, on your mobile device, just gives you just so much confidence. This is really an incredible product. I actually think it's an incredible bargain for what you get. Bringing it in. Hopefully it won't land on our heads. You can really feel the downdraft in the prop, like right here. Stand right here, Chris, and just to feel it. Feel this wind coming down? Mm-hmm. Do it, guys. I'm gonna try something. We're gonna try an automatic landing, just a hands-free landing. And since we're in a good spot here, we'll just see how it does. So I just did the auto land straight from the app. Pretty sweet. I mean, the stress of landing is basically gone. All you gotta do is just hover it 5-10 feet above the ground or however you want it, hit land, and it takes care of the rest. You really can't beat that. When you get a Phantom 3, you're going to want a case. This is my case, hard plastic. It's held in by 4 clamps around each side, and it fits the Phantom 3 perfectly with the rotors still attached. I haven't tried every drone on the market, obviously, but I do also own a first generation Phantom, the Phantom 1.1.1. And going from that first generation to this third generation product is like going from a 1977 Ford Pinto to a 2016 Mercedes-Benz S-Class. DJI has come a long way in a very short period of time. It's gone from being a hobbyist device to being a serious filmmaking tool. This is a fantastic drone for any aspiring filmmaker. I believe you can achieve professional quality results. If you're going to get this drone, go into this ownership experience with open eyes. It requires some level of expertise on the part of the owner. It is not a simple plug-and-play device. Even though DJI has added many intelligent features into the firmware, you're going to have to practice and you're going to have to learn. With all that said, I think this is a breakthrough product. For me, it was similar to when I first started using a smartphone. I think the technology is that radical, that promising, and that much of a breakthrough. So, in my opinion, drones are here to stay. And if you're at all interested in getting involved with aerial photography, then the DJI Phantom 3 is an incredible tool. And I would give this my highest rating. I voted with my dollars and I bought it myself. If you're interested in reading more reviews of the DJI Phantom 3, be sure to click the link that is included along with this video, and that'll take you to the relevant Amazon page, and you can see what other users are saying about this drone. I think it's one of the best drones for the money that you can buy. So, DJI Phantom 3 Advanced. Again, under this video, I'm going to include links to the drone, the case, and assorted aftermarket parts that I've added to my drone that have enhanced the ownership experience. That's the Phantom 3. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next time, lo lo ho.
If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe.